Hello everyone! Today we are going to be focusing on the booty and the hamstrings. So I do really like to focus on my hamstrings just because I feel like they are overlooked by a lot of people. When you look in the mirror, you don't necessarily see your hamstrings. You see your booty and your quads and other things like that. So I try not to neglect them because they actually help to provide some shape to the leg, and then they also help you to avoid the look of sagging skin underneath your butt. So these muscles are not to be overlooked, and if you keep watching, we will get right into the workout. So after I have done all my stretching and my glute activation, I will go straight into squats. I always do squats as my number one exercise because they are a compound movement, and I just like to do it at the first of my workout because I can get all my power in there and I can lift really heavy, whereas if I did them at the end of my workout, I probably wouldn't be as strong in them. So I do like to use them as my first exercise. If you are quad dominant and you really want to isolate your glutes, you want to make sure that you have a wide stance. You also want to make sure that your toes are pointed out slightly. This is just going to help really isolate those hammies and your glutes. And then also, you want to think of it as you're sitting back into a chair. So you want to push your hips back, and then as you come up, you want to push through your heels and then the outsides of your feet. So it's almost like you're pushing through your heels and then digging your pinkies into the floor. And then as always, as you come up, you want to really thrust forwards and contract those glutes. And another important thing to look for is when you come up, you do not want your knees caving in. So you want to envision like you have a resistance band above your knees or around your legs and you're just pushing against that. So that's going to help really initiate your hip abductors in the movement as well. And I will go into some barbell single deadlifts. These are more of a stabilization exercise, but they do hit your hammies so well. Now, before I go straight into using the barbell, I will just do some body weight single leg deadlifts just to kind of get my stabilization there. And then I will use the bar just for a warm up. So in this clip, you'll see me doing my warm up reps, and this is with just the barbell alone. Then I will go into adding on some weights, and then I will go into my working sets. With any kind of unilateral or single leg work, you always want to make sure that you are starting off on your weak side. This just helps to ensure that you're doing the same amount of reps on both of your legs. To really isolate the hammies in this movement, I don't necessarily go for depth. So what I will do is I will just plant on the one foot and then I will drag the bar slowly down my leg. I will slightly bend my knee, but I'm not looking to go all the way to the floor. I'm pulling back my shoulder blades and then I am slowly going down till I feel that stretch in my hamstring. And take note of my back as well. It is staying straight throughout the movement, and this just really helps to keep any pain from your lower back happening. So you want to make sure that your back is straight. And then we are going to go into some barbell good mornings. So these are awesome for your hamstrings and your booty. What you want to do is you want to put the barbell on your back, and then you want to take about a shoulder width stance. And then you want to just push your hips back and lean back with a slight bend in your knees. And while you're doing the movement, think of pushing through your heels and then the outsides of your feet as you come back up. You want to pull in with those hamstrings, and then when you come up, go into a hip thrust. And this is also another one of those workouts that you want to really make sure that your back is straight once again, because you do not want to strain your lower back. The next exercise is going to be some lateral lunges. Now these are awesome for the hammies and the booty, but also specifically these really work your adductors or your inner thighs. What you want to do is when you go into the side lunge, you want to push your hips back And then you want to make sure that you are sitting back into it. Now, a booty workout is not a booty workout without some sort of glute bridge or hip thrust. So I am going to do some glute bridges with a pre-loaded barbell. These are awesome. I do want to give you a little tip though. When I bring my legs closer to me, I actually feel this more in my quads. So you can see here that I adjust my legs so they're further from my body, and then this just really helps me feel it in my hamstrings and my glutes. So if you are trying these and you feel them more in your quads than anything, then just try scooting your feet out further from your body, and then hopefully that works for you guys as well. You want to really push through your heels as well, and what I like to do as well is I will push through also the outsides of my feet. Now moving on to the last exercise. This is going to be a killer for your hamstrings and also your glutes and also your hip abductors, guys. So this is kind of a compound movement. We are going to start off with a hip abduction, and then we're going to go into a deadlift. But the trick is that your deadlift is going to be a cross-leg hamstring stretch, and then you're doing a deadlift from that. So it's just gonna help you really isolate your hamstrings. Feel free to use the dumbbells as kind of a stabilization. That's what I did, but this is awesome, you guys. I really feel it in my hip abductors and then also in my hamstrings. So you can hit both of those at the same time. And one thing I do want to mention is the dumbbells aren't that high, so they kind of do make you round your back when you're using them for stabilization. So when I do go into the deadlift, I do make sure to just kind of straighten my back and pull my shoulder blades back before I go into the deadlift. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed these exercises. I hope that you saw something new here today so that you can try it. If you do like videos like these, give it a thumbs up so I can make more. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss another video. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will catch you in the next video.